Hello everyone, welcome to Avery's Apron. My name is Avery, and today I'm going to be showing you how I make these super flavorful, delicious chicken thighs. So we're going to hop right into the recipe. So as you can see, I've got these chicken thighs in a bowl here. I cleaned them, I patted them dry, and then I went in with some oregano, some olive oil, some cumin, and this liquid here is soy sauce. We're gonna get that all nicely coated, and then we are gonna go in with the juice of 1 lime. So I don't know about you all, but I love a good pollo a la brasa chicken situation. Okay, restaurants that serve this type of chicken, like the Tex-Mex restaurants, are my favorite. Okay, in my area we have a restaurant called Guapo's, and they have the best chicken. It is so good, but it's like a Tex-Mex restaurant, and every time we go, I get the same thing. I have to get the chicken because it's just that good. Okay, but yeah, this is my take on that. I found this recipe on Pinterest, and I will link it below for you guys. But I just wanted to try to remake it at home. So, like I said, I went in with the juice of 1 lime, and now I'm going in with some garlic. I'm also going to go in with some honey, a little Worcestershire sauce, and some Dijon mustard. Now, I'm going to admit that the soy sauce in this recipe was shocking to me. Like, I was surprised that there was soy sauce in this recipe. But I did shop around. I read a whole bunch of recipes that claim to be like Peruvian inspired um, recipes, and everybody called for soy sauce. So I decided to trust the process. Okay. But yeah, I just went in with the honey. I think the honey really helped to cut the savoriness and the saltiness of the soy sauce. So after I added that and the Dijon, I went in with some paprika. I'm also going to go in with some salt and pepper, of course. And we're going to give this chicken one last mix to make sure everything is coated. And we are going to cover this and pop it in the fridge to chill and marinate for at least 2 hours. Overnight is best. I did mine for like 4 hours. And what is Peruvian chicken without that green sauce? You've got to have the green sauce. So I just kind of winged this recipe. I wasn't following anything in particular. I just threw some things in the food processor that felt right. Okay, so we went in with some green onion, jalapeno with the seeds. Feel free to omit them if you don't like spicy. I did a little lime juice, some honey, some Mexican crema, some sour cream, salt, of course. I blended that and I tasted it, and to me, it needed like richness or fattiness added to it. So that's where the mayonnaise came in, and I guess it went from more of a crema to an aioli, but it was still super good either way. Okay, I tasted it here and it was perfect. So I put it in a mason jar, and we're gonna let this chill while we cook our chicken. Okay, so now it is time to bake our chicken. So I've got my baking sheet here lined with foil, and my chicken thighs have been marinating for about 4 hours. So what I did was I arranged my chicken on my pan, and I allowed it to sit out on the counter just to come up to room temp a little bit to get the chill off of it. You don't want to put freezing cold chicken into a piping hot oven. Okay, the texture just won't be right. So we are going to let these sit out, and after they sit out for about 45 minutes or so, I drizzled them with some olive oil, salt, pepper, and paprika. And my oven has a roast setting, so I roasted these at 375 for about an hour and 15 minutes. If your oven does not have a roast setting, that's totally fine. You can still bake them at 375, and then for like the last 5 minutes of cooking, you can put them under a low broiler to crisp up the skin. But you want to definitely keep an eye on it for that step because you don't want to burn your chicken. And here I just decided to baste the chicken. At this point, it had been cooking for about 45 minutes. So I just went in with some of that leftover marinade and poured a little over each piece just to kind of reinforce the flavors, give it a little extra juiciness, you know. And after I did this, I let it bake for the remaining, I don't know, 30, 45 minutes or so. And yes, this was super delicious. Here is my finished product. So juicy, so tender, so flavorful, so good. And I was being so greedy, okay? You see my hand shaking over here because the chicken was hot, okay? But I just had to try it and I wanted to show you guys how juicy it was. So, so good. But yes, you guys, I hope you give this recipe a try. I hope you like it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm going to let you watch my brother give this a taste, okay? Thanks for watching. Bye. Okay, the original taste tester. It's about an hour later, but he's giving it a taste. What do you think?
I actually love it. The sauce is perfect.
Oh, thanks.
Very creamy. It's like a tangy or like a spicy ranch.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. I don't know if it's quite as flavorful as ranch, but it is like a nice tangy, spicy. Man, good, ain't it? I see what you were saying when I was eating it. It would be good with rice.
Yeah, the sauce is good.
You like it?
Mm-hmm.
How about the chicken?
Chicken is good. Grade A. Yeah, this is actually very delicious.
Thanks. So, what's the score?
I'll give it another 10.
What? Appreciate you. Appreciate you.
I would try this on fried chicken though.
Fried chicken? Oh, the sauce.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, it's good. I was dipping the fries in it, like I was telling you. But thanks for trying it. Oh, he about to put a fry. Oh, steak fry. I was gonna make potatoes, but my potatoes were moldy. I didn't feel like getting any.
Yeah, that's it.
Good, right? I think so. Okay. Thanks for trying it.